Hi, coaches. Welcome back to Big Rule of World. I'm Coach Allen, and I'm coming to you today with 3 off-the-field tips for offensive line coaches on how you can become better as a coach. It's all part of our off-season developmental series. I've talked about strength. I've talked about speed, agility, foot quickness, head-to-foot coordination. I say hand-eye. I say foot-eye coordination, rather. All that type of stuff. Now I'm going to talk about how you can get better as a coach in these next 2 episodes. First one being off the field tips for offensive line coaches on what you can do to get better in this offseason and for next year. It's strange that I'm saying and for next year because we actually kick off our 2020, spring 2021 season today. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's going to be wild. No scrimmages, about 2.5 weeks of practice. So we'll see how it goes. We just had our basketball team finish up. They had a run where they went to the state championship game and played the state championship game on Saturday. This past Saturday, and we're playing on Thursday now. So we'll see how all that goes. I'm just excited to be out there. It's been, I think, 468 days since I've gotten to coach a football game, something like that. So I'm pretty excited. Okay, Coach's Corner. Some of this stuff I'm going to be talking about is a little bit different, a little bit oddball, a little bit off the wall. A great book that goes with a little bit off the wall stuff. I know this guy's name might be a curse word in certain circles, but the Tao of Chip Kelly guy goes through different ideas and ideologies and sort of idiosyncrasies that made Chip Kelly different when he was at Oregon. Sort of different ways of thinking and developing guys. And that's sort of what I want to get to is getting out of this way of this is the way we've always done it. I think Chip Kelly is a good guy to put on our Coach's Corner for the day, and the Tao of Chip Kelly is a great book to put on there as one that you should go ahead and get and read. Trenches newsletter, I have that in the sign-up right now. You can go ahead and sign up for the Trenches newsletter. I get offensive line stuff out to guys every single week, whether it's a drill, whether it's Coach's Corner where we talk about stuff. We're going to be breaking down NFL stuff coming up here shortly, getting ready for the NFL draft. So we're excited about all that. You want that in your inbox every week? Hit me up in the link below. Now getting into 3 off-field tips. Okay, I like to do it in 3s. Google Classroom, one place for everything. I've been trying to pitch this idea to coaches. I've sold it to a few coaches that, Google Classroom is the way to go. It's a place where we can compile videos, quizzes, scouting reports, everything. Using Google Hub and just thinking smarter about how you're connecting with kids, how you're getting information to kids. When I played, we'd print out 30-page scouting reports that would be left on the locker room floor. Okay, while kids have their cell phone on them 24/7. Use Huddle efficiently. I'm going to talk about that too. But now you're going to be able to film yourself talking over your notes, take advantage and have a meeting where you're prepared for the meeting, and the kids have all the stuff there, and they can take a little Google form quiz on like a Wednesday or something. They're able to access it on their phone, and if they know what their scouting report is. Have the scouting reports on the Google Classroom. Have them be interactive. That type of stuff. Second tip, off the field tip, find who you are and build off of that. Who are you as an offense? What do you do? When I coached at Chatham, we were an inside zero team in the run game, and we were an air raid passing team. And, when we came to define ourselves by the air raid passing game, I know that's a curse word. Trust me, I'm a power guy normally. I am a power run game, spread offense type of guy normally. We became defined as air raid. Everything we built around our culture was around the air raid. Our drills were built around the air raid. Everything we did was defined around we're going to throw the ball, we're going to score. We're going to throw the ball, we're going to score. Right or wrong, indifferent, find a culture. If your culture is we're going to play sound defense and we're going to, take the air out of the ball, do that. If your culture is, my culture right now is we're going to run inside zone effectively. Okay, look back at your practice time this past season. Look back at how you scripted drills. Does that reflect who you are? Okay. Look back at what you ran on offense. Go back, break down your huddle. Look at what you ran. Okay, if I practiced, we're talking offensive line game right now. If I went through pass protection and spent 50% of my indie time on pass protection, Does that match up with what we called in the game and how our kids had to use it? If I spent 50% of my time on pass protection and we spent 5% of our time passing in the game, a little imbalance there, okay? Your time allotted should work with your plays. Will you try to run inside zone effectively here? We try to run inside zone effectively. So what do we spend most of our time on? A lot of stuff around inside zone, whether it's footwork, whether it's combo drills, whether it's going over on barrels. Think about how you're allotting your time. Does it reflect where your priorities are when game time comes? I tell kids that too. Think about how you allot your time. Does it reflect where your priorities are? You want to be a D1 athlete? Are you spending more time in the gym or more time on TikTok? It's just a question to ask yourself. Finally, Huddle Study. Use data. Make teach tape for your guys. I'm going to exit out real quick. Don't think I'm giving away anything here by doing this. If I am, I'm sorry. But here's one thing, and I did this consistently as a head coach. So we have no film on our opponent, but I took our end zone film from the previous season. I made a 20-clip playlist. You see these little scribbles here? That's a note. That's a note for everybody on what we need to do. Okay? I'm not going to run the play because then y'all figure out what's going on here. But that's a note on what we need to do and a note on what we did wrong. And they were able to go back, and I had my center, very smart guy. I had my center go back and say, hey, coach, you going to do that every week because it's my first season with them? He goes, I was like, yeah, bud, why not? He goes, that's really good stuff. It's like, yeah, it's an interactive scouting report, guys. Go back, make some teach tape, okay? Make some tape of you guys running stuff right, running your inside zone right, and, walking through how we did that. If you're a passing game coach, make some tape on you running the mesh right. That's what I try to do for my quarterback school. I was coordinating an air raid team. Go back in and use Huddle to the best of your advantage. Break down who you were as an offense. That word goes back to define who you are. Do that Huddle study. Define what you did. Define where you need to get better at. Did we get blown up on third down too consistently? Did we get in third down too consistently? What did we do in the red zone? You can do all that now when you have the time. Take advantage, okay? The big thing that for me is, and I did this as an assistant coach, I hope I'm still doing it. It's been weird with Corona for me to fully say it, but I definitely did this as a head coach. Is every single day, 365 days a year, I woke up and it was about how I could make the program better. I hope I'm still doing that now. It's a little bit different with not teaching the same school system and not work that I coach in. I have to drive 30 minutes each day. But I'm getting that back. I'm getting that feeling back. That's how I got my stuff, got it in. Find a little niche to get better today. That's my off the field tip to you for today. And remember, coaches, we want to win games. We got to put points on the scoreboard. We want to put points on the scoreboard. We got to dominate in the trenches. We want to dominate in the trenches. We got to know that bigs rule the world. I'll see you next time, coaches.